everyone. Welcome back to Chill English Podcast. I'm Ella.
And I'm James. Glad you're here because today's topic is something we all get asked about, our jobs.
Let's start with the basics. If someone asks, "What do you do?" you can simply say, "I'm a teacher. I work as a designer. I'm a student." Or, "I'm currently looking for a job."
Totally. And if you want to be more specific, add details like, I'm a software developer at a tech company in New York, or I teach math at a high school, or I manage a small cafe downtown.
Simple, short, but informative. That's the goal.
Now, I know some people freeze when they get asked what they do. It's like, wait, what exactly do I say? Do you think people overthink this question too much?
Oh, definitely. I think it's natural to want to sound smart or impressive. But honestly, people just want to know the basics. You don't need to give your life story. Just a clear answer works perfectly.
Yeah, like if I say I'm a podcast host and English teacher, people get it. No need to add, and I also write scripts and do research on language learning methods. Maybe later.
Exactly. Keep it simple at first, then if they want to know more, you can add details. Okay, so what if they ask, "What do you do at work?" How can you explain your daily tasks without getting too complicated?
Great question. I like to use short sentences with action verbs. For example, I answer emails, attend meetings, and write reports. I design websites and meet with clients. I teach classes and help students with their homework.
And don't forget to use time expressions like every day, usually, or sometimes. That helps people understand how often you do something.
Right. For example, I usually work from 9 to 5, or I sometimes travel for work.
What we've learned so far is good, but it's not everything. Stay with us if you want to learn more. Let's practice that. If someone asks me, "What do you do at work?" I can say, "I write content for an online English learning channel. I usually work in the morning and take breaks in the afternoon."
Perfect. And if you want to sound more natural, try to add something personal, like how you feel about the tasks or what you enjoy the most.
True. Like, I enjoy creating videos because I love helping people improve their English.
Or, I find meetings tiring, but they're important for teamwork.
Sometimes people might want to share what they don't like about their job, but they don't know how to say it politely. Any tips?
Yes, it's okay to be honest, but polite. You can say things like, it can be stressful at times, but I'm learning a lot. I don't love all parts of my job, but the challenges keep me motivated.
And if you're really not happy, maybe say, "I'm looking for new opportunities because I want to grow."
Exactly. You don't have to complain. Just focus on the positive or your goals.
Also, it's good to mention things you like, even if your job isn't perfect. Like, "I like my coworkers. They make work enjoyable."
Yeah, that makes the conversation balanced and honest without sounding negative.
Let's talk about future plans related to work. How do you say you want to improve or change your career?
You can say things like, I'm planning to switch careers. I want to start my own business. I'm studying marketing to get a better job.
Or, "I'm hoping for a promotion next year. I want to work abroad. I'm thinking of going freelance."
Those phrases make you sound motivated and confident. Plus, they invite the listener to ask questions.
Yes. If they ask, "Why freelance?" you can explain your reasons and practice more speaking. Okay, what if someone doesn't have a job right now? How can they answer politely?
Easy. Say things like, I'm between jobs at the moment. I'm currently looking for work. I just finished school and I'm job hunting.
Or if you're a stay-at-home parent, say, "I stay home to take care of my kids."
And retired? I'm retired, but I volunteer part-time.
It's all about being honest, but positive.
All right, let's pause here. That was a lot of useful stuff to talk about jobs. Are you ready for me to continue with more detailed examples in practice?
Absolutely. Let's dive deeper and make it even more practical. Okay, now let's talk about how to add personality and feelings when you talk about your job. Just saying, I'm a teacher, is fine, but adding emotions makes your English sound more natural. For example, you can say, I really enjoy teaching because I love seeing my students improve. Or, sometimes my job is stressful, but helping others makes it worth it.
Yeah, expressing feelings helps people connect with you. You could also say, I'm proud of the work I do. Or even, I get tired sometimes, but I wouldn't trade my job for anything.
And if you want to sound more casual and friendly, add some humor or small talk. Like, honestly, I drink way too much coffee to survive my work days.
That's a good one. Everyone can relate to coffee addiction.
Or, my office is so cold, I wear 3 sweaters every day.
The classic office cold. That kind of detail makes your English real and fun.
Now let's practice making your answers longer and more interesting by telling mini stories. Instead of just saying, I work in a restaurant, try, I work as a waiter in a busy restaurant downtown. Last week, we had a big group of tourists, and they didn't speak English very well, so I had to use gestures and smiles a lot. It was challenging, but fun.
Nice. Stories like that make your English stand out and show your communication skills.
Exactly. And you can do this with any job. Like, I'm a graphic designer. Yesterday, I finished a logo for a new coffee shop. The client loved it, and it made me really happy.
See, adding stories helps you practice past tenses, new vocabulary, and natural expressions all at once.
How about talking about your typical workday? It's a great way to practice sequencing words like first, then, and after that. Try this. First, I check my emails and reply to urgent messages. Then, I attend a team meeting to discuss our projects. After that, I spend a few hours working on my assignments. I usually take a lunch break around noon, and in the afternoon, I focus on creative tasks.
Nice and clear. Using time expressions makes your story easy to follow.
And if your schedule changes sometimes, say, some days are busier than others. On Fridays, I usually finish work early.
Or, when I work from home, I take breaks to walk my dog.
Let's also touch on job related vocabulary that's useful to know. Words like manager, colleague, deadline, project, meeting, client, promotion, salary, shift, freelance.
Yeah, and learning phrasal verbs is super helpful too, like to take on a project, which means start a new task, to hand in a report, which means submit work, to call off a meeting, which means cancel, and to follow up with the client, which means check back.
Try using these words and phrases when you describe your job. It makes your English sound more professional. Another useful thing is to practice questions about jobs. This way, you can keep a conversation going.
Questions like, what kind of work do you do? How long have you worked there? Do you like your job? What's the best part of your job? What's the most challenging part?
And if you want to ask back politely, say, how about you? Or, what do you do for work? Have you ever worked in that field? Let's do a quick role play. I'll ask, and you answer out loud. Ready?
Ready.
So, James, what do you do for work?
I'm an English teacher. I teach adults and kids. I love it because I get to meet people from all over the world. It's challenging, but very rewarding.
Great! Now, how long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for about 6 years. I started right after college.
And what do you like most about your job?
I love seeing my students improve and gain confidence. That's the best feeling.
All right. Now let's talk about how to answer questions about your job when things get a little tricky. Sometimes people ask unexpected or more detailed questions, like, what's a typical day like for you? Or what skills do you need for your job?
Good point. For what's a typical day like, you can describe your routine in detail. Well, I usually start by checking emails and setting priorities. Then I have meetings with my team, and after lunch, I work on projects or write reports. Sometimes I have to solve unexpected problems, which keeps things interesting.
For what skills do you need? Think about your job's important abilities. For example, as a teacher, you need patience, good communication skills, and creativity to keep students engaged. Or, in my job as a developer, problem solving and attention to detail are really important.
Yeah, and you can share how you handle stress or problems. Like, I take short breaks to clear my mind. Or, I ask my coworkers for help when I need it. Or even, I listen to music while working to stay focused.
That's it for today's episode of Chill English Podcast. Thanks for joining us.
And don't forget to check out our last video, Talk English at the Restaurant. And stay chill.